How's it going, everyone? This is My Haunting, where Halloween lives here. And today, we are at Lowe's Home Improvement. So we are going to look at their Halloween animatronics, their Halloween props, their decor, because they finally got it in. It's at my local store here, so I'm excited to see it. All right, Lowe's, let's see what you got. All right, so we're going to start over in their, looks like it's some doormats here. It's fall, y'all, footballs. Some Nightmare Before Christmas, general stuff there. They got some pumpkin plushies, little pumpkin guys. Obviously, you gotta have candy, your Snickers, Milky Way. Let's see what we got here. Lights, cobwebs that you can hang from your house. Those are pretty cool. I do like these lights right here. They're like little pumpkin lanterns or skeleton lanterns. Let me open this up here. Look at that, it's a little pumpkin guy right there. Yeah, I kind of like that. You know, I'd get a couple of them just to have in like a safety kit or something. Let's see what this skeleton one is. You know, that's not bad. I like the pumpkin one definitely more, but it's something fun to have, like say if you bring it camping or whatnot. Alright, let's get into some of their stuff here. Oh god. Okay, so of course you have these dancing skeletons. Yeah, I mean, they'd be fun at a party, but that's enough of that. Let's see what the other one is here. Basically, same thing. You know, they're meant for little kids, that type of party or whatnot. It's like this mummy here. Just not my thing, really. These remind me a lot of Target. Like, if Target probably produced these, I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, especially like this mummy guy, like, oh my goodness. There's no world where I would ever buy that. This skeleton, okay, he's not bad. He's cool. I would like it if it was like a bat or a different design, but then you got these little, you know, Mickey, Minnie, all the dogs here. Looks like they're competing with Home Depot. All the pumpkins you could ever want. The big one down there is kind of cool. I like this big one here, just because of the size and the mouth on it. I do like that pumpkin a lot. You know, I got a little corgi as a candy corn. That's kind of funny. The ghost, more pumpkins here. I do like this big pumpkin here. It's just like a regular foam pumpkin, but hey, you know, when you see a good pumpkin, you know, it's good stuff. You got your little cemetery stones, your foam ones, and you got your more plastic durable ones down there at the bottom. Those aren't bad. I like those, you know, can't go wrong. Skeleton here with cemetery stones, more cemetery, more tombstones. These little dancer guys here. You know, it's okay. You got your skeletons, you got your dog skeletons, which are a little unique. Your little spider, vulture, crystal ball, truth or dare. Now this guy's kind of cool. That reminds me of something like off of Harry Potter, like a Death Eater. That's cool. Okay, for 80 bucks though, it's a bit expensive. I don't know about for 80 bucks, but still though, I wouldn't mind getting that. I mean, this skeleton here, you know, it's not bad, this mummy. You know, at least they're trying a little bit, but I mean, some of the stuff here that you're looking at on this wall, it's like 3 feet tall. And of course you get into the Disney section and it's Minnie and Mickey, and it's just not for me. I'm sorry. It's like comparing Disney to Universal when they do the Halloween stuff. Yeah, there's some of your worst animatronics of the year right there. Is Sully. I do like the little Stitch. I wouldn't display him, but Stitch has always been a fun character. But just that to me does not scream Halloween when I see it. I don't know why this was made. It's your little Mike here. Alright, let's get into more of their other animatronics they released. Here's this skeleton. It's got a candy bowl. And you got their other plastic skeletons here. These guys are big. These are like 6-foot skeletons right here. Maybe taller than that. And then you got their little guys and all their different colors. You got neon green. You got pink for some reason. I'm good on that. I don't know. It's just really unique. This tombstone, I like the idea of it. I don't really like the eyes. They're really small. But it's okay. You know, I like the design. It's made of foam. It's not bad. You got these other tombstones here, you know, beware and other. They're like hard plastic. They're not bad. I mean, they don't compete with the Home Depot ones, but they're, you know, I kind of like the slime coming out of that one. Let's see their animatronics here. Got this hooded Reaper guy for 130. I mean, I like that he's pointing and everything, but the mask, when you get up close to him, it's pretty weak compared to what you're looking at. It doesn't do it. Let's see this witch here.
I was mortal once. Look what eternity has made of me. The stars have whispered your doom, and I am merely the hand that delivered it.
You know, it's like your typical witch that you see. You got these little creepy guys here. I kind of like the skeleton one. I don't know. They don't really move. I guess they're just standees. I'd put them in like in front of a haunted house or something. Let's see what this little girl does with the umbrella. I don't get why it's a skeleton umbrella, like Jack Skellington. I'd make it a dark umbrella, like a black one or with purple. I don't get the pumpkin theme, but now this guy, he is one of my favorites that Lowe's has. I don't really like the spinning pitchfork that he has for an arm. I wish that was stagnant. He also has to talk, which I don't get why. Just make him not talk. He's more intimidating that way. I dirty up the clothes a little bit, but he is one of my favorites that they have, but not for $300. Obviously, you got these little pumpkin guys. There's him again going off. You got these little pumpkin guys here. You know, they stretch their skull or their pumpkin gourd, and you see the guts and stuff. You know, we've seen that from Gordo a couple years ago, and this. It's just like, it's okay. You know, it's nothing special. It's like nothing with that wow factor. You know, I kind of like how this guy detaches his head a little bit. You know, it's funny, but now I got the big guy going here. You know, I like the face, the pumpkin. Overall, I'm not a big fan of big animatronics. I feel they take up the whole scene in your front yard or you're doing a haunt. Like, they're cool if you had them out in front of your haunted house because they're not the main attraction. But if you just have them out, I don't know, see, here's his neck going up. That's kind of cool, I guess, but I don't know, to me it just looks like, you know, it's just rubber. It doesn't look like pumpkin guts. You know, here's a little jump scare here with the skeleton guy. It's okay. I mean, it's just, you get some unique stuff going here, and I don't know. I don't know what to think. You know, this guy's going off again. It is cool. He is motion activated, but, and you got this rotten candy, of course, I mean, it's a clown, but it reminds me of something off of like the Jetsons, definitely with that hairdo. And then this guy, it's Ice Cream Man. I mean, who doesn't love ice cream? But this is, I like the attire he's wearing, that old 1950s, 60s Ice Cream Man, but yeah, the jump scare on that one's pretty lame. I'm good on that. I don't know what I would do with this if I had, like, I guess if I had a store, like an ice cream store. Alright, let's see. They got some of their window clings here. A little more skeletons, you know, your pink and silver glitter skeletons. Little plushies. Obviously, pumpkins full of stuff. Kind of just skipping around here. There's people. Let's see what this guy. Oh, he's one of their band members, of course, so their band lineup. This is the DJ. He came out a couple years ago. I mean, yeah, he'd be cool at a party if we had a nightclub. Put him in like the background, but same thing for the skeleton. It's not my market. I don't have a business, but for other people, yeah, sure. Just, eh. And this guy here, I mean, he's cool, but I put him on top of like a building or something. I don't know. The cape and the cloak that he's wearing just really throws me off because that is, I don't think it's well done. And I can barely hear what he's saying, and I'm like 2 feet from him. So it almost kind of looks like a hefty trash bag put on a skeleton. So it doesn't do it for me, man. I don't know what happened this year, but it was a pretty weak year this year so far. For Lowe's. Lowe's specifically. I'm not talking about anyone else. Here's more of their tombstones. I just want to get a close-up on that. Here's your typical stuff you see. These are kind of fun. Obviously, the handheld phone. You know, you ring. You know, answers. Little hands. Your book set. I do like these books, but you see them every year. Little different ones each time. See, look at this werewolf. He's like maybe 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall. I mean, that's not scaring anyone. And then come back. Okay, this is probably my favorite prop that they have. It's this little crystal ball with images with the spinning thing. But other than that, I mean, there's not really much here at Lowe's. And I'm kind of disappointed, but we'll see next year, hopefully. All right. Well, just got back from Lowe's and seeing their animatronics and stuff. And honestly, it's one of the worst years for Halloween animatronics that I've seen. It just, they don't bring much to the table this year. I don't know if it's because they got away from the Haunted Mansion stuff, which, yeah, it's cool. And, you know, you have your genre, especially Disney fans, but it's limited. I mean, you walk in there and they have a giant Sully Sullenberger from Monsters, Inc. with a Dracula cape and fangs. Nowhere ever does he appear as Dracula. So I don't understand why that's there. You have a Mickey and Minnie, which I get. They have the Halloween event and stuff at Disney, which is cool. But to me, it's just, they're singing like the spooky, scary skeletons. It's like Lowe's really understood the whole TikTok trend currently that, hey, everything is kind of, you know, more or less spooky Halloween, and it's more, you know, silly Halloween songs, and it's not for me. I did like the scarecrow guy with the one hand. He was pretty cool, but the more I watched him, I'm like, okay, why doesn't his whole arm move, and why is it just his wrist, and it goes all the way around, and it's a pitchfork basically. Like, if I had him, I would not make him talk. Just have him just completely normal. I don't get why they had to make him talk. I just make him not talk. Just make him have the glowing eyes. Just make him sit there. You know, he's more intimidating that way. I really do not understand some of their props. I like obviously the big towering scarecrow pumpkin head guy. That's because I'm a sucker for pumpkin heads. Cedar Point Halloween Weekends does a theme haunt every year with pumpkin heads, and it's pretty cool. But just some of the Disney stuff, and then you get a rehash of like the floating books that it just reminds me a lot of CBS. I don't understand. It's just stuff that I've seen before, and it's not my biggest thing. It's just, I'm sorry, Lowe's, but you really screwed up this year because, man, and like, I don't want to just completely just throw them under the bus, because they are trying, but I'm thinking of my point of view where, you know, when I have the yard to do it, and hopefully a cool HOA, you know, or non-HOA, you know, I want to have a front yard where I have cool decor and spooky stuff and fog and animatronics that fit a theme, like a cemetery or a haunted farm. Like, that's two of my main themes that I absolutely love. So I did like the spinning scarecrow guy, but he's almost $300. Like, he should be $200. I don't understand the price point on that. It's to me, it's mind-boggling. And the more I think about it, it's frustrating, because yes, they're trying, and yes, they have good stuff, but at the same time, it's just kind of stuff. It's like how Target has gone today, where, you know, back in 2012, 2013, one of their best years they've ever had for Halloween stuff at Target. And what they did is they focused on the Universal monsters and the creepy stuff like that. And they kind of pushed the edge a little bit. That's something I did not see coming from Target. Now it's their hide and eek collection, where stuff has gotten softer. You know, I don't know if it's just like a thing overall, but it's just, you know, I don't mind going to Target and like doing the Halloween stuff. I enjoy it, but I don't get excited for it as much, because I know it's going to be the same kind of cutesy pumpkins and ghosts and black cats like that you see on Pinterest or Instagram. I mean, and now I don't think anything needs to be all blood and gore like Go. No. Just give me some shock value and some scariness to this. Like, I remember going to Halloween USA way back in like 2006, 2005, and they had some props that absolutely scared the living hell out of me. You know, just bring some spookiness back to it. And when I go into Lowe's, it's just kind of like, they'll sell because they've got Disney brand, like they've got Sully, they've got Mike from Monsters Inc., they've got Mickey, they've got Minnie, they've got some like other stuff that you could see like in, say, like a you know, a famous, you know, an Instagrammer stuff, like light up neon signs and stuff, and it's cool. You know, they had a crystal ball thing that was cool with like a ghost that spins out, but it's just, it's okay. And you know, I'm gonna definitely do a animatronic ranking video of all the animatronics that I'm gonna make a video. You know, here's the top 5 worst, here's the top 5 best, here's my list. Obviously Lowe's, unfortunately, they have a few of the top 5 worst, and it's just like, it's disappointing. It's like, what are you doing? You know, I love Halloween, but stuff has gotten a little softer. And I'm not saying it's bad, you know, you gotta have kids enjoy it too, but I just love the spooky stuff, and it's for everybody. And it's just, man, I don't know, man. It's just, Lowe's, you really dropped the ball this year, and it sucks. You know, I'm hoping that they'll start to see that, hey, this is a huge market. Like, I'm excited to go to Home Depot and when they have their stuff in there. You know, that's gonna come eventually. You know, I've been checking my store and they're not stocked yet. But man, that's gonna be awesome. Like, I cannot wait for that, because they push the limit, they go all out on their props, and they say, you know what, if we don't sell, that's okay. You know, we make our money elsewhere on a ton of other stuff, which Lowe's the exact same way. You don't make your money on Halloween animatronics. You make your money on Lowe's home improvement. So the home improvement stuff should give you a little leeway to push on the Halloween stuff. Make unique stuff. Like, they did a nautical theme with a sea diver mask one, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, and a octopus. That was cool. You know, that, okay, you're pushing the buttons of stuff that's not normal. But then this stuff, it's just kind of just meh. It's general. You know, if you like this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, you know, follow along. You know, I'm gonna have more videos coming, animatronics ranking video, Cedar Point video. Can't wait to do more. But anyways, just remember, this is my haunting, where Halloween lives here.